Well, good Wednesday morning. Well, it's time, as Willie said, to get on the road again. Gonna be pulling out of here in a little while. I'm not sure exactly what route I'm going to take yet, due to some scheduling issues. You can see I got my Yukon hat on, so that means I'm going back through the Yukon. I'm waitlisted on the ferry, the 245 ferry, to get across to Haines, and if I can make that situation work, if somebody don't show and I can get on, then I'm going up through Haines and Haines Junction and on up to Talk, where I'll then probably overnight up there or somewhere along the road, and then head down towards Anchorage tomorrow. If I don't get on the ferry, then I'm either going to stay here another night, which I'd prefer not to do, or just move on up towards Whitehorse and then cut across from Whitehorse, hitting Haines Junction, and then follow the same route. I had a really good day yesterday. I got to try a second fish and chips restaurant. I am enjoying the fish and chips up here. I tried the one down on the pier. It's called Alaska Fish Company, I think they call it. And the previous time I had eaten at the Skagway Brewery. I thought I'd do a little comparison on the two. The folks at Alaska Fish yesterday said that theirs was the only fish that said fresh, that they actually buy them off the fishermen down at the pier. I don't know if that's true or not. That's what they say. I'll leave that up to them to be right or wrong. But I will say that it was the best tasting fish that I ate out of the two. On the other hand, their batter was a good ways behind Skagway Brewery. Skagway Brewery had the best batter, and so for the fish, yeah, Alaska Fish. For the batter, I really like the Skagway Brewery better. As far as the service goes, the Alaska Fish blew Skagway Brewery out of the water. I got very poor service there as far as I was concerned, and the gentleman didn't give me part of the time of day. Kind of scowled at me when I said I'd like another glass of root beer, and his comment was, those don't come with refills. And I said, that's okay, I'd like another root beer. So anyway, I really enjoyed the day yesterday at Alaska Fish. My meal. I got in a good walk yesterday. I made up for that little short walk up in Juneau, and I did a 12K yesterday that included a trip all around Skagway to talk about a lot about the different places I was passing, and took me out to the Gold Rush Cemetery, and there's there are two grave markers there of note. One is Soapy Smith, Jefferson Soapy Smith, who was a notorious outlaw up here. Not outlaw, but a con man, schemer, and also the marker to the guy, Frank Reed, who shot him. So the interesting thing is Frank Reed's marker is tall, well recognized. You had to hunt for Soapy Smith. He was off to the side. But and in walking around the town, I took quite a few snapshots and put them together as a slide presentation. So if you haven't looked at that, that's a little slide presentation from around and through Skagway. It also took me up the mountain to the Reed Waterfalls, and it took me out to Tumpka or something like that point, where the Lynn Canal comes together with the Skagway River out on that point. It's just a beautiful spot. I would have liked to have sat out there to watch the sunset, but decided against my better judgment, said no, don't walk home or back through the woods in the dark. So then from there it took me on around to a place called Smuggler's Cove. It was really a pretty spot, and again would have been a nice place to watch the sunset, but no, had to get back through the rocks and back out of the woods before dark. Finished up about 7:30. Well, okay, was a grueling walk as far as the hills and the mountain trails go, but it was a wonderful walk. So I was glad to be able to reprieve myself after that little short walk in Skagway. In Juneau. All right, so anyway, plan today, get over to the ferry terminal, sit there and wait to see if I'm going to get on. If I'm not going to get on, then I just turn around and head up back up through Whitehorse. I'll let y'all know where I get tonight, and if you haven't looked at it yet, like I said, there's some slideshow on there about my walk, and then there's also a video on there of the Reed Waterfalls. So as usual, bye y'all.